Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to share with you how I made this adorable little holiday stash cocoa holder. It holds your favorite packet of cocoa, and I think anyone would enjoy getting this. So let me set this aside and we'll get started. Okay, the first thing you're going to need is a piece of cherry cobbler cardstock. I happen to cut this 9 3/4 by 3 1/2 inches. I'm going to lay the long edge against the top of my Simply Scored scoring tool, and I'm going to score at 3 inches and 3 1/4 inches. Okay, the next thing I'm going to want to do is add some texture to my cherry cobbler cardstock piece. I thought the snowflakes added a nice touch, and so I'm going to take my Northern Flurry embossing folder, and I'm going to take my cherry cobbler cardstock, set it inside, line it up the way I'd like. And I want it off to the left because I want to add that cute little saying on the back flap of my cocoa holder. So let me show you what that looks like. Okay, when I'm done, here's what it looks like, and I'm finished with this part for now, and I'm ready to make the belly band so that we can assemble. So let me set this aside and I'll show you how I did that. Okay, I've got my Simply Scored scoring tool again, and I've got a piece of Night of Navy cardstock that measures 8 1/2 inches by 1/2 inch, and I'm going to lay that long edge against the top again, and I'm going to score at 3, 3 1/4, 6 3/4, and 7 inches. And so now my belly band is ready to be used. I'm going to take all my pieces here, and I am going to use my bone folder and sharply crease these score lines so that they're nice and sharp. Just makes things a little easier to work with, and of course it looks nicer also on your finished project. So I've got the belly band done, and I'm moving on to the cocoa holder, scoring along those two lines. And now I'm ready to start assembling. I am going to take my cocoa packet, I'm going to set it inside of my folder, and I am going to take my belly band and place it underneath. I'm going to take my liquid adhesive, and I'm just going to add a little bit on each end, one on the inside and one on the outside, because when I lay them down and line them up, it gives me adhesive at both ends of my cardstock, and it'll stick real well. The next thing I'm going to do is take a 1 3/4 inch circle. This is simply going to give me a little more of a piece of cardstock for my focal point to adhere to, and I am going to add that to the belly band, simply centering it. Now I'm ready for my focal point. I've got my Santa Stache Nutcracker already done. I've used my Stampin' Blend abilities to color the Night of Navy and the cherry cobbler, and I've added this cute little mustache with the coordinating framelit. So I'm going to add a little adhesive here on the circle, line up where I want my belly band so that I can place it, and then adhere. And I love the multi-purpose adhesive because it gives you a little bit of wiggle room. Now I forgot a step. I forgot our designer series paper. This piece of paper measures 3 1/2, or excuse me, 3 1/4 by 2 3/4. There you go, and I'm ready to put it back together again. Simply slide that belly band over the top of your cocoa and your holder and into place. And don't you love that peak of color coming out? And when they take their chocolate out, they will see that cute little saying, and it's a nice little surprise. So there's the original again. Thank you for stopping by today. If you enjoyed my video and would like to purchase any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. It's open 24/7, and you can get there from my blog, www.stampwithginny.com. Thanks for joining me.